Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Allie. So today we're going to be going over my top 5 favorite Femme Fatale fragrances in my collection. I have 5 here that are really cool options for you with one honorary mention, and the honorary mention is a really affordable option right now for a lot of people, and I'll get a little bit more into that one in a minute. But yeah, if you guys ever want to see my face again, if you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Allie. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, if you ever want to see me again. But like I was saying before, these are 5 of my favorite Femme Fatale fragrances. Well, 6 really, because of the honorary mention. But easy reference point for those of you who don't know what a Femme Fatale is. A Femme Fatale is a girl that is sexy, mysterious. The easiest reference points I can give you are the James Bond girls. So the Bond girls. They all exude this sort of sexy, confident vibe that's dark, mysterious, and really, really sexy. And Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe could have been considered herself a femme fatale. She was the ultimate beauty of her time. Betty Page, also another great, reference point to what a femme fatale is. And if that's something you look for in a fragrance, that dark, mysterious, sexy kind of girl, then I have some really great options for you here that I think you're really gonna enjoy. Some of these you might have heard of, some of these might be a little new to you. Either way, these are 5 of my favorite ones that I pulled out of my collection. And we're gonna get into it right now with my first pick, and that is Tom Ford's Noir Femme. Now, I hear a lot of people talk about this one on YouTube, and for good reason. This is a really good option for wearing at night. It is a gorgeous offering from Tom Ford for women. This leans very unisex to me. So my girls out there that aren't afraid of rocking a fragrance that has this unisex edge, then you're really gonna love this. What I love about it is that it's not overtly feminine and in your face. It has an underlying sweetness to it because of the amber and the vanilla. But this one has notes of bergamot, bitter orange, mandarin, ginger, rose, jasmine, orange blossom, how do you say it? Kulfi. I always want to say coffee, but it's kulfi, vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and mastic. This is really, really beautiful. It's got spice to it. It's woody. I definitely pick up on the sandalwood base in the fragrance, but it mixes in so beautifully with the amber, giving it this sort of woody, dusty vibe, and then mixing in with that vanilla as well that adds this underlying sweetness. I hear a lot of people say that they call this a gourmand. I can see where they're going with that. It does sort of have this sort of desserty vibe, but not too much. It's not overtly gourmand in my opinion. It's more woody sweet with this sort of dusty, ambery, powdery vibe. It's really, really interesting. If you're a fan of spice, if you're a fan of wood, if you're a fan of unisex fragrances that don't lean too feminine, then this is a really sexy option, especially for nighttime. I can easily see a man rocking this, and I don't think he would ever be questioned on whether or not he was wearing a feminine fragrance. That's how unisex this is. It's a really beautiful, option, and I really do enjoy it, especially for my girls out there that are into woody, semi-sweet, a little bit dusty fragrances. Then this is so beautiful, especially in the dry down when you get to this really creamy, yummy, like sort of sweet, well, semi-sweet, like sandalwood. It's really, really nice. Definitely check this one out. My lovers of wood, spice, and a little bit of sweetness. So the next one that I'm going to talk about, I've talked about in the past. This one is Tainted Love by what's it called? By Tokyo Milk. I had to think about it for a second. This one is a very simple fragrance. It's dark vanilla bean, orchid, white tea, and sandalwood. And the notes are on the back of this bottle, which I really, really love. And this is so beautiful. It's heavy on the orchid, but the combination of the vanilla, the orchid, and the white tea in this fragrance in particular give off sort of a sweetened, kind of almost like a cherry-ish tobacco vibe. And I know that sounds weird, but if you're a fan of sweet tobacco fragrances, then this is gonna be a really, really good one. It's super unique, it's super interesting, super affordable as well. This one is around $44, which is a steal for what you're getting It's really, really beautiful. It's heavy on the orchid. So my fans of orchid, easy for you to blind buy. It's got this complexity to it, even though it only really has 4 notes. That just makes it so appropriate for nighttime. It has this noir type feel. It feels very much like a nighttime scent, especially since it gives off a very sweetened tobacco vibe. That's actually really, really beautiful. Being that it doesn't have any tobacco in it, for it to smell that way because of the combination of that dark vanilla bean, the orchid, and the white tea is so amazing. And this is just stunning. I feel like a lot of people would smell this and be like, wow, that's really, really sexy. And when I've worn this out, I have definitely gotten some really nice comments from this fragrance, from people being like, what are you wearing? And wanting to know what it is so they can buy it themselves. Definitely a great option and a really affordable one if you are on a budget and you want to exude that sort of sexy femme fatale vibe and go out with your friends. Definitely check this one out. Tainted Love by Tokyo Milk. Now the next one that I'm going to talk about is another one that is a little bit newer to my collection, but I've played with it for a while and I absolutely love this one. It is another offering from Kilian, and this one is Good Girl Gone Bad, the extreme version. So not the original Good Girl Gone Bad, but the extreme. Now this is stunning. Wow. So what they've done here is they've added a milk note to this fragrance and a white cedar extract base, opposed to a cedar base that's in the original, but the milk note in this makes it a very milky version of the original. It's sweet, it's milky, it's so playful. It's very much super sexy. This is like the femme fatale girl that is like playful, giddy. She's really cute. She might be in the bar, just looking her best. Maybe she's wearing like a red dress and, you know, a bold red lip. That's what I picture when I smell this. She's sexy, she's cute, she's flirty. She's not too mysterious, but she's definitely got those femme fatale vibes because she sucks you in and you want to know more. It definitely holds true to the original Good Girl Gone Bad DNA. So if you've ever smelled Good Girl Gone Bad and you're a fan of that DNA in particular, then you're really going to enjoy the Good Girl Gone Bad Extreme DNA because it is the same DNA. It just has a milkier note in it that adds this sort of complexity and a little bit more depth and makes it a little bit more playful and fun. This one is a bit more expensive. If you want this one with the clutch, I think it runs around 200 and no, actually without the clutch, this was $295. With the clutch, if you get the special edition bottle, it's $310. Because I did pay like close to $300 for this one. It's quite expensive, but when you're paying for a Kilian, you are paying for an experience and you're paying for quality. And it is a luxury brand, and I really do enjoy this brand a lot. I have quite a few Kilians, and I have a bit of the Good Girl Gone Bad range. And yeah, this one is no exception. It is absolutely beautiful. I really do love it. And if you are a fan of floral fragrances, because this is heavy on the florals, then you're definitely going to enjoy this one because it is a creamy, milky floral fragrance that is perfect for garnering attention going out and being that girl. Definitely check this one out if it's in your budget. Good Girl Gone Bad Extreme. You guys, I have the worst time enunciating and like just speaking in general, especially in public. I'm just like it's so bad sometimes, but it is what it is. Not all femme fatales can have like a perfect speaking voice. This one doesn't at all. Like, I'm so bad sometimes. But anyway, the next one that I'm going to talk about is one from Amouage, and this is Journey. Now, this is a really interesting, complex fragrance. This one, again, gets called a gourmand. I can kind of see where they're going with it. And this one has quite a few notes. This one has apricot, osmanthus, jasmine, nutmeg, cardamom, chambec, jasmine, mimosa, honey, cedar. It's got tobacco, it's got saffron, vanilla, cypriol, and musk. And this is really, 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 really complex. You have to be comfortable rocking a sort of dried tobacco heavy fragrance that has a very prominent cedar base that's sweetened slightly by the honey. Because when you spray it off the bat, it gives off sort of a medicinal band-aid quality to it because of the combination of the tobacco, the cedar, and this honey. It smells like a cloth band-aid. And to some, that might be a little strange, but the magic comes about an hour into the fragrance, in my opinion. Because it stays this way for quite a while, which is really interesting. And this one's chock full of spices, which adds a complexity to the fragrance, which I really do enjoy. And I also enjoy that there is an apricot and osmanthus note. And osmanthus is a beautiful flower that tends to smell like peach and apricot, which just amps up the apricot note. That comes further in the dry down because I don't pick up too much of it in the beginning. It kind of lingers in the background. You can kind of smell it, but not really. And then as it dries down further, you start getting more of that apricot. You start getting more of the osmanthus. As you get into the mid of this fragrance, it becomes kind of like a sweet, sour, floral fragrance that's really, really interesting. And then once you get down to the very end of this fragrance, which is where the magic happens, in my opinion, it becomes the most gorgeous, slightly tobacco-y apricot, like a honeyed apricot fragrance, and it smells so, so good with a light floral as well. It's so pretty on the skin. It's so yummy. You just want to like lick it off. It smells like you've been dipping pieces of apricots in honey and just like rubbing it all over yourself. And oh my God, it's so, so good. It's so sexy. It starts off so bold and so strange and so like in your face. And if that's the kind of vibe you can rock and you are confident rocking, then check out Journey by Amouage. It's a really interesting, complex fragrance that's bold, it's beautiful, it's in your face, it's gonna make people turn around and notice you because it's not your typical everyday fragrance. And this is gonna be so good for wearing out at night, so good for wearing at a bar, going out on a date. You just want to exude that vibe in general. When I wear this fragrance, I feel like I am that girl. And I absolutely love this one. Like, it's one of my guilty pleasures. I'll spray it on when I want to feel a certain way or just exude a certain vibe that's kind of dark, mysterious, and not to sound weird, but I just won't feel like a bad bitch. Like, I will wear this fragrance because it makes me feel like a bad bitch. Like, it just makes me feel like that girl. And I love that this fragrance does that for me, even though it's such a unique, interesting, and kind of weird fragrance. But I really do enjoy it. And like I said, the dry down is spectacular on this. Definitely get your nose on this. I would say sample this if you can. Don't blind buy it because it is quite different from a lot of fragrances in my collection. It is very grown, it is very complex, and it is just beautiful. Check this one out, you guys, especially if you're into something unique, interesting, and not your everyday Femme Fatale fragrance. Amouage Journey. The next one that I'm going to talk about is my honorary mention. I have had a little travel spray of this one for a while, and right now I don't know if it's being discontinued or what's going on, but you can get this one for super cheap on Sephora. You can get it super cheap on their website as well. So if I was you guys and you want an affordable Femme Fatale fragrance that's not going to break the bank and something you can wear for nighttime, go on Sephora, check out the KVD website. The KVD website used to be the Kat Von D website, but she sold the company, so she's no longer a part of the company, and now they went from Kat Von D to KVD Beauty. And I don't know, like I said, if they're discontinuing the fragrances, but these bottles used to be like the big bottles, the 3-ounce bottles used to be like around the $80 to $90 range a few years ago. And right now they're going for about $34. So if you want to snag yourself a big bottle of it before they are gone or whatever it is that they're doing, I would say go on there now and snag yourself a bottle. But this one is Sinner from the KVD or Kat Von D collection. This is really, really this is really, really nice. Like, it's a noir type fragrance. You have mandarin, you have orange blossom, you have plum, jasmine, white flowers, cinnamon, patchouli, vetiver, vanilla, and musk. My fans of patchouli, you are definitely gonna love this. It is heavy on the patchouli, but it's not in your face, just patchouli. When you spray this, you get like a really sweet burst of mandarin and that orange blossom. The pear, or not the pear, the plum starts to shine through, giving it this sort of like sourness, but not sourness. Like it's a very slight sourness to the fragrance. I do get those white flowers, especially that jasmine. It's a very clean jasmine. You've got that beautiful cinnamon that adds like sort of this depth to the fragrance that I really do enjoy. And like I said, all throughout the fragrance, you will smell patchouli, but it's not in your face like dirty, earthy, hippie patchouli. It's a very sort of, it's a cleaner patchouli that I feel like is going to be more bearable and more wearable for a lot of people. And then you definitely get that vanilla. It's really, really nice. It's like a dark, mysterious, floral, plummy fragrance. And it's really, really pretty. And I really do enjoy the mandarin opening and how it starts settling down to this sort of sweet, dark, mysterious fragrance. It's really, really nice and super affordable. And like I said, this is the 1.7 ounce. I got this for like $16 at TJ Maxx. On their website, you can get the 3-ounce bottle for like $34. So it's a steal. You can get Saint and Sinner for $34. And I would suggest you guys pick those up before they go out of stock if those are fragrances that you're into. But this one is a perfect one for nighttime. It's affordable. It might be going out of stock soon once they run out of the supply they have. So if I was y'all, I would go out there and get yourself one of these if Femme Fatale is what you're looking for and you're on a budget and want something a little bit more on the affordable range. Definitely check this one out. Sinner by KVD Beauty or Kat Von D Beauty. Definitely a really good one. And the bottle is gorgeous. Like, I have to give it to them. Like, the bottle is beautiful. I really do enjoy the bottles to this collection of fragrances. They're quite unique and interesting. Now, my number one should be no shock to anybody. It is like my fragrance. I love this fragrance. It is my everything. It's my boo. It makes me feel so sexy when I wear it. Like, I just want to wear it all the time, but I don't. I only bust this out for special occasions or going out. And that is none other than my baby Dior Addict. Y'all know I talk about this fragrance so much that it's probably annoyed most of you by now. Oh my gosh, you guys. You've got blackberry, mandarin leaf, orange blossom, night blooming cerise, jasmine, rose, sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. And oh my God, is this the most beautiful white floral woody fragrance I have ever smelt in my life. Now, I will say I didn't buy this fragrance for a long time because whenever I went into stores and sampled it, I would always pick it up, smell it off the cap. And there's this sort of dirty animalic smelling note because of, I think it's the jasmine. It's a very heady animalic jasmine that's in this that just did not vibe with me. It kind of gave me this fecally effect that kind of skeeved me out a little bit. And I was just sort of like, no. It was a combination of the sandalwood in this mixing in with that sort of indolic jasmine. It was not my vibe. I didn't really like it. I thought it smelled kind of gross. There was something, like I said, fecally smelling about it. What I did though, one day I decided to spray it on a tester strip. I took the tester strip home and oh my God, was it so beautiful. And it stayed on the tester strip, I kid you not, for a week. And I kept it in my car. And every time I went to work, I picked it up and smelled it. And it was just more and more beautiful every day as it was like getting progressively weaker. By the end of the week, you couldn't smell it on the tester strip anymore. But the fact that it stayed on that tester strip for a week was insane to me. And this is just beautiful. It's complex, it's deep, it's florally. It's got this indolic quality about it because of the jasmine that's in this. It's so sexy. It's got this bourbon vanilla type note in this, and bourbon vanilla is one of my favorites in life. And it's just so, so good, you guys. Definitely get your nose on this if you want to smell like a sexy femme fatale. This one always gets me compliments. This one always gets me noticed. This is one of my go-tos. Dior Addict, my number one for my femme fatales out there. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys, like I said, ever want to see this face again, like and subscribe. I will link my Instagram and everything down below, all my contact information, if y'all want to get a hold of me and talk fragrance. And yeah, until next time, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.